Hello, 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 hello. So I am so excited here today. I will be here with you for a little while, and this is my gift to you. This whole tutorial is going to walk you through the 12 steps on how to get your LLC funding for 2026, step by step. The 12 steps. So you're going to want to have your pen and pad for this. So I'm trying to see where can I put a comment. Can I? Comment. So come on in and give me some hearts. I have a goal to get 1,000 hearts on this live, and I think it's going to be well worth it. So you're definitely going to want to get a pen and pad for this. So I'm going to jump right into it. Step number 1 in getting your business funded, for getting your LLC funded for 2026, step number 1 is naming your business properly. That's it. You want to name your business in the correct fashion. Your name must omit the type of business or industry that it's in, and it cannot have your name. You want to keep this very simple, guys. Just name your company something like an acronym: ABC Solutions, Enterprise, Ventures, Management, Global. That's it. It should not say beauty business or anything like that, or Shay Shay's Beauty or Ashley's clothing line. None of that. Or like how my first business was named, Aquila Couture. All right. No. This is a red flag. We want to choose a lender-friendly name. Keep that in mind. I know you think that there's power in going to the Secretary of State's website and naming your business and incorporating with your name in the industry that it's in. No. Your company has no protection just because you registered it with a Secretary of State in one state. The true protection is in trademarking the name. Okay, the company that we are building for funding has to be lender friendly. An acronym: ABC Solutions, Ventures, Enterprises, Global Management, LLC. That's it. Okay, get yourself a doing as business name for Shay Shay's Beauty or ABC or SKE Trucking. All right, that's a doing as business name, and make sure you trademark your company's name. All right, step number 2. Also, I'm going to, along the way, if I find any AI software tools that can help you in this, ChatGTP can help you in naming your company. All you need to do is just ask ChatGTP to brainstorm a compliant banking business name that is banking friendly, and put your idea in there. Like, you may have an acronym of some sort, like the first letter in your children's name, MLK Ventures, and then ask it to give you like a list of options. I do it all the time, and I help my mentees in this way all the time. Another thing you want to check out is a site. Yes, thank you for the hearts. My goal is 1,000. I'm new to this platform, and I want you guys to give me some love, because I will be here dropping game, okay? And then share this live out. It's totally appreciated. Go to namecheck.com, okay? Name, NAMECHK.com. This is going to allow you to know if your domain name and your business name itself, if it's the domain name itself is available, as well as that name available on all platforms. This is important. Like for me, Mrs. Cash Flows, it was available on all platforms 7, 8, 10 years ago. So it was perfect. So I went to namecheck.com. You can put like your name in there and see if it's available on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. This way, your company and you, if you're building a brand, the name is highly important. You want to be consistable and findable. You don't want people having a trouble finding you. All you need to do is just Google Mrs. Cash Flows. Guess what? I have a long list. I got pages everywhere. And that's how you want your company to be. All right, so naming is highly important, and it's the first step in building a fundable LLC. All right, step number 2, file your business with the Secretary of State. Actually file your company with the Secretary of State, the state that you're doing business in. All right, the reason you want to do this is because banks look at you and certain things need to happen in order for you to look like a credible business. They cannot take you serious as a sole proprietor. Think about it. Why am I giving you $20,000? You seem like a home-based business. You seem unsophisticated. And that's a lot of money for some novice. The whole goal is so that you can look like big business. You have to understand when you're going inside of a bank, that is a B2B transaction. You are a business doing business with the business. I want you to Google any bank or like Walmart or any national company. This is what I'm teaching you to model yourself after. When you look at a bank, Bank of America, what do they have? They have a professional name, they have a website, they have a phone number. You could just Google them and you can find them. This is how you're going to be searchable, fundable, and bankable. Register your name with the Secretary of State, all right? Make sure the ownership, the address, the business, everything that's on there is not anything personal, guys. You need to make sure that you have your address. I am going to tell you what type of business address you should get, but you want to make sure that you're not placing your home address on this site because this information is public. All I need to do is Google your business name in the state that it's located, and I have your address. That's not good. Because if you're out doing business for real and you haven't done good business with someone, they could show up at your door. And trust me, that's not what you want. People aren't wrapped. They could show up at your door. And trust me, that's not what you want. People aren't wrapped tight these days. All right. So get yourself a virtual address if you need to. I'll get to that. But registering with the Secretary of State is a powerful, powerful strategy. All right. With setting yourself up and building a fundable, bankable company. All right. Step number 3, highly important. The 12 steps that I'm going over, guys, is teaching you underwriting process. These things are looked at for credibility and to see if you are a company that's worthy of funding. These are also the number 1 reasons people are denied, because this is what the bank is checking. They're going to check to see if you're in a risky industry. So what type of company do you have? Do you have a trucking company, real estate, credit repair, finance services, beauty industry? Sometimes that's considered risky. All of those companies I'm naming are considered risky. People are unaware that banks, they have been giving out money for years, all right? And they evaluate industries, and industries can end up on what is called the do not fund or risky lenders list. When you're on the do not fund or the risky lenders list, you will automatically get denied or you will get low approvals. If you find yourself getting anywhere under $10,000, like $6,000, $5,000, that is next to getting a denial. Just so you'll know, all right? $3,000, $5,000 approvals, something is not right. Typically, it's your industry or your name, or you're just not credible and you have not checked off the things that I'm going over in this list, all right? So step number 3, and I have a tip for you. So if you want to check to see if you're in a risky industry, all you need to do is Google risky SIC codes. All right. Be sure to ask me any questions. I think I saw a question there, but if I catch your questions, I have multiple platforms up. I'll try to answer them. If not, just DM me. But Google risky business SIC codes. If your company or industry is on there, you need to rethink that. All right. Set up a strategy call and I'll tell you ways on how to fix that. Okay. You want a lender-friendly industry. These industries include like marketing, management consulting, education, administrative services, business services, tech industries. Those are funding friendly industries. The other ones that I named, credit repair, real estate, landscaping, trucking, those are all high risk and will get you denied immediately. Right? You can also use ChatGPT to gather a list to translate your business into a lender-friendly NACES code. So learn how to use ChatGPT and start leveraging these tools. It's here, okay? We can't get away from it. You have to start using AI, unfortunately. All right? Step number 4, you want to set up the proper business address. Okay, before you register your business with the Secretary of State, you want to already have a physical location or at least a corporate virtual office, okay, inside of a corporate building. It cannot be a USPS box store like UPS mailing service or iPostal. No. All right. And it cannot be a national chain like Regis or Alliance. Banks are flagging these virtual offices as virtual offices, and they're going to flag you. And then they're going to tell you to use your home address, and then they're going to deem you a home-based business. And what does that mean? Lower approvals. And that's what we're not doing in 2026. 2026, we're going to get funded. All right, that is the goal. So you want to search for a business, a virtual address company that also offer actual virtual physical locations for rent. And you want to ask them for a unique suite number. Highly, highly important. So again, you want to avoid UPS, box stores, iPostal, national chains. And you also want to make sure that the address is going to pass the Google Maps and the lender's verification. You can get this at the USPS, at the United States Postal Service. There's a tool, an address verification tool. Stick that in there and see what it's saying. If it's saying, because that is what banks are using to verify your business address. Hope this helps. Step number 5, you want a professional business phone number. We are going to get ourselves an 800 number. Why? Bank of America and Walmart, their corporate offices, they have 800 numbers, and so should you. We want to look like we're big. We're doing big business. We have a presence, and you can get this with a voice over IP company. So it can be Ring Central, phone.com. It can be anyone. Just Google voice over IP numbers, ringcentralphone.com, GoDaddy. There's quite a few. You just want to make sure that it's not a free Google voice number. All right. You have any questions? Let me know. Give me some hearts. Tap on the screen. My goal is to get 1,000 hearts. I want to make sure that you get funded in 2026. Okay. So again, just avoid free services. All right. Step number 6. You want to file for your EIN at irs.gov. You do not need to use those additional services that are out there trying to charge you. Go to irs.gov and fill out the EIN. If you're confused by anything, just put that question and an application question in ChatGPT for further explanation. And anyways, there is a tutorial on irs.gov's website on how to correctly file your own EIN. You do not need to pay anyone anything. All right. Step number 7, you want to set up a professional email address. All right. You do not want at Hotmail or at Yahoo. Does big corporations have that? No, they have info or they have help at yourbusinessname.com. Guys, this is less than $100 for the year. A domain, this is all at GoDaddy. A domain, email, website. It could be about $100, okay, for the year. So worth it for the credibility, all right? And you have to think about it. If you're going inside of a bank and you don't have a website, that is a huge, huge red flag. Because how are people finding you? How are you in business for real? There's no way this day and age that I can't say that it's no way, but just follow the rules. Okay. I didn't make up the rules. All right. I'm just here. Don't shoot the messenger. Just do what they like. Okay. So you don't have to like it. You just have to understand it. And what I'm going over, just to reset the room, welcome, 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 guys. I'm going over the 12 steps that are required in order to get funded, to get your LLC funded in 2026. All right. I'm giving up some real gems and some paid for information. So your professional email address, go to GoDaddy, obtain your domain. Again, go to namecheck.com just to see if that domain name and that business name is available on all social media platforms, as well as a domain name, just to provide consistency for yourself so you can grow a brand and so that you can be found, as well as when you go in to fill out a business application, the bank Google your business name and they see pages. They see a presence. Highly important. Number 8, you want to build a professional website. GoDaddy got you covered, templated websites. There's also AI, a software that's out there that can build you a website in seconds. All you need to do is just ask ChatGPT to provide a list of someone that can provide or create a website for you in seconds. Not hard. Okay. Step number 9, you want to make sure that your Duns and Bradstreet profile is set up properly. I cannot believe that I run into a lot of entrepreneurs who's already been doing business and we're going over these basic steps and they did not understand why they were being denied. What I'm going over is credibility, verifiable, and underwriting that banks are going to search for, just basic fundamental things that should be set up for you as a credible business. What does credibility means? Truthful and believable. Are you doing business? Are you someone I could trust to lend money to? All right. So your Duns and Bradstreet profile is already created. Okay. When you file your business and your company with the Secretary of State, unbeknownst to you, a Duns and Bradstreet profile is automatically created. All you need to do is Google your business name and you'll see it. So any steps or any changes you're making to your website or to the Secretary of State or any amendments to any business records that are visible online, you must be cognizant and mindful that that Duns and Bradstreet profile is out there and it is used for verification. Search it and make sure that it's also updated with updated, credible information. Okay, we're almost there. 12 steps. I'm going to recap at the end. So step number 10, we talked about the EIN. You want to make sure that you register at irs.gov. Now, step number 10, you want to establish business credibility. It's all the 9 steps prior and additional. Credibility is truthful and believable. Can I believe and validate and believe and trust what it is you're putting on this business application? Also be aware and mindful that they are going to Google you, your personal name, and your company's name. I want you, that is your homework before midnight. At least take one step towards your funding goals. Just Google your business name and Google your name. What do you see? You pop up, they can judge you. If your personal profile and your personal name pops up and you're talking about credit repair, but then you registered your business as business consulting, they're going to question that. This is when no documentation funding goes wrong, when these 12 steps that I'm talking about isn't taken care of. Step number 10, business credibility. What does that mean? Every business record must match and have the same information. Same name, email, website, phone number, category, which is the type of business that you are doing. That same information must be communicated everywhere on social media, on your website, on YouTube videos. They're going to watch and review all of this stuff, unbeknownst to you. And this is why 80% of business applications are being denied from this fundamental information. So your EIN, your website, your phone number, your address, your DUNS profile, your Secretary of State, everything, your EIN paperwork, you need to be credible online and on paper. All right? Step number 11. Once you've taken steps 1 through 10 to set up your foundation to get your LLC funded in 2026, then and only then do you set up a Google My Business page. Google My Business has stepped it up. They want you to be in the physical business location with the camera in the office sometimes to get your page set up. But here's what we discovered in my mentorship when they first started doing this verification. The people I found in the mentorship that were required to show up with video evidence in order to set up a Google My Business profile, they did not take steps 1 through 10. Steps 1 through 10 are automatically verified by Google. Think about it, it's their platform. You're going to automatically send software out there to check your Duns and Bradstreet, to check to see if you have a website, and to check your business to see any information that they can find on your business, and if it's matching the same information you're using to set up Google My Business. If they can't search automatically with software that they use, search and match your business with a website, Duns and Bradstreet, EIN, you're automatically is going to come up under some scrutiny with Google My Business, and they're not going to just automatically open up that business profile. They're going to require that you use Google Maps, and they're going to verify your location inside of the virtual office. So to avoid that, take steps 1 through 10. Verify your business location is what they're going to do. Yep. Real photos, business hours, and services in that profile. This will boost your credibility. So make sure you also put that information on your website as well, like business hours, your phone number, a way to contact you, because banks and lenders will do that. So if you have a way to contact you and you don't get back to them, or they send you a notification through your website or try to email you and you do not respond, that is a huge flag, and underwriters do that. All right, we're almost done. Isn't that amazing? We're on the last step. Step number 12. Build a relationship with the bank. It is now time to set up that relationship with the bank and then ask for funding, okay? So what does building a relationship with a bank look like? This is a highly important step. People, first off, do not take steps 1 through 11 and then they just go to the bank prematurely and then they just ask for money from a strange bank. First, do an audit on yourself. Who do you already have a banking relationship with? Who have you opened up a business, not even a business banking account, a banking account of any sort, even if it's on the personal side? That is a relationship. What bank or lending institution did you use for your home mortgage, for your car, for credit cards? All of that matters. That means these are lenders you already have a relationship with. Don't be with Bank of America since the age of 16, 10, 15 years, but you heard somebody on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube tell you, oh, PNC is giving out $20,000. I got approved. You start home first. Whomever bank that you already have a relationship with, that is who you ask for money first. If you have a personal relationship with them, go ahead and open up a business banking account. Okay? Get all that information in there, fund that account handsomely, and just get in other banks. You start with the bank you already have a banking account with. And then for your second bank that you don't have a relationship with, guess what we're going to do? We're going to manufacture that relationship. How do you do that? You start participating in products and services, as many as you possibly can. CD accounts, checking, savings, direct deposit, and funding. Have cash flow flowing through there 30 to 60 days. Then ask for the relationship. Why? You may say, Mrs. Cash Flows, why are we doing this? You're doing this is because banks have what is known as their own internal banking rating. It is even just as important, your approval amount. This is the difference in being approved for $10,000 and $30,000. You just taking the time to cultivate a relationship with an institution like Bank of America, PNC, Key Bank, Truist, American Express, Bank of America, right? They love giving out money, but they are only good to people who are in their wheelhouse with them, and they have cultivated a relationship and they built trust. Okay, so funding it and getting a checking, a savings, a CD, direct deposit. If your company needs merchant services, go ahead and get you a merchant account. I love that Truist office offers business insurance for your business. Anything, just look at what products and services you actually are needed and useful or will be needed and useful in your company and start cultivating that relationship with those banks that's going to give you high approvals, okay? Fund it, then you ask for a personal credit card, okay? 0% interest, okay? You have several banks that you can ask for multiple credit cards with one inquiry within the first 30 days. Bank of America, Truist, Chase, BMO, and if your business is older than 2 years old, okay, that's when you can go ahead and ask for a credit card and then a business line of credit. So we went over the 12 steps, and I'm going to recap them for you really, really quickly. The 12 steps in order to get your LLC funded in 2026. Here they are. Listen up. Let me get some love. Put some love on the screen. Let me get some taps, and I'm going to give you that recap. Let me see some hearts. Am I close to my goal? Yes, yes, yes. So share this live out and tap the screen. Give me some hearts. So in order to get your business funded for 2026, here's the recap of the 12 steps. You want to name your business and make sure it's not using your industry or your personal name, and it's not in a risky industry. You want to make sure you categorize that company properly. That will be step number 2, right? You want to file your business with the Secretary of State, okay? Actually an LLC, an S Corp, or a C Corp. Check with your tax advisor. It depends. The tax people, the U.S. government is your biggest bill. All right. Structure your business out properly. Step number 3, you want to check again to see. So step number 1 is name it properly. Step number 2 is to file it with the Secretary of State. Step number 3 is to check if it's in the risky industry. You can do that by Googling risky SIC codes. Step number 4, you want to set up the proper address inside of a corporate virtual office business if you do not have a physical address, and you want to make sure it's not an iPostal or a USPS box store or a national chain like Regis or Alliance, okay? You want to make sure it's inside of a corporate building, and you can ask those companies for a unique suite number. Step number 5, you want to get an 800 number, a business phone number that is an 800 number. It just boosts credibility, a voice over IP, and make sure that it is not a free Google voice number. You will get flagged and you will get denied. All right, they do not play games with addresses and phone numbers and contact information. You will get flagged as fraud. All right. Step number 6, file your company, your EIN with the IRS.gov. Step number 7, you want a professional email. Step number 8, a professional website. And step number 9, create your Duns and Bradstreet profile. Step number 10, establish business credibility, making sure all records match at the Secretary of State, Duns and Bradstreet, and your website. All right, step number 11. After steps 1 through 10 are done, you're looking nice and credible. Your foundation is in order, and it can be verified automatically with a software because all business records match. Then and only then do you set up your My Google Business profile. Step number 12, you build a relationship with a bank. You cultivate that relationship by participating in products and services that they are offering. Get as many as you can. The more products you participate with them, the higher your internal banking rating, which will result in higher credit limit approvals. All right. Always ask what is needed for an approval too. Always ask that question. Do not just blindly apply. Ask them what they're looking for and make sure that you are aware what can put you in the best position in order to get funded. Another thing, if we're denied, guys, just don't slink away. There's power in the denial. Read it and see why you were denied. It's actually a blessing. You can then go back and fix what you need to fix and then go back and apply. All right. So bottom line, if you want to get funded if you want your LLC to get funded in 2026, you need to leverage AI to do so, just to help you out along the way. And you need to be credible online and on paper, and all of your business records must match. Now, I am giving out a 30-day free access to my finally funded 30-day bootcamp. All you need to do, totally free, no gimmicks, no credit cards, no nothing, all right? All you need to do is DM me the word mentor, and I will send you the link. It's only open for the first 1,000 people. This is my gift to you. I want to see you cross over to the funding side. Hopefully this is information you can use, and I want you to not just be a spectator, all right? Do not spectate. Get in the game. Information without application is just entertainment, and I'm not here to entertain you. I want to see you cross over to the funding side. So let's be great. Let's be amazing. Be great.